Hey, welcome back to another Black City Coffee Vlog. In this video, we're going to unpack the Pakt, a travel coffee all-in-one kit. We're going to be doing a lot more traveling, a lot more camping now that we're into our fourth quarter of the year, which typically for our primary business is very slow after we do all like our holiday pictures and stuff like that. What we want to do is get off the grid, get out in nature. And the last time that I tried to go and brew coffee for myself, I had a really hard time. So let me show you what I was using before. I first got this AeroPress back in 2016. So it has a lot of use. I've already placed that gasket rubber thingy, whatever, once over. It has a little bowing going on to the whole thing. It's not a very smooth connection with everything, but it's still great. I love the AeroPress. I use it every day still. My cup, a scoop that I found, bag of coffee that I could always, I'm always reluctant to put it in a different container just because of the one-way valve for the coffee. And then of course a grinder, and it's the Hario $30 one, like extra filters and stuff. Kind of try to fit it in here. It didn't fit, so there would always something be sticking out somewhere. Okay, so here's my complete, you know, for many years, going anywhere, whenever we traveled, I always bring coffee with me, my own coffee. And this is what I would bring right here. And you know what? It was fine. But now we have this. And this is Pakt. Oh shit, I just got it all dirty. Oh well, it's gonna get a lot more dirty when I take it out. This is supposed to be everything in one. So it's supposed to be number one, it has the kettle. The kettle I didn't have at all. This is supposed to solve this problem here. Let's see what's up. Oh wow, it's pretty stiff. And these edges are a little sharp, I'd say, but I'm over it. So it's got quite a power cord here, so you need quite a bit of power. You're gonna need that third prong. Already it's like looking so cool and very sleek design. I think this is the cup that you drink out of. I think this is where you put your coffee. Wow. And then this is the brewer. And then, oh, okay, I see. So you can extend it so it's sitting like this. And then you pull it up and you can extend it and lock it into place. So there's the pour over funnel, brewer. Oh, okay. So this goes here like that. Put your water in here and you, wow, this is a very nice kettle. And I heard the best thing about this was, like, I'll have to wash this first, was that it was really nice to pour with it. Now I've kind of small hands, so I feel like I am, I mean, if you could see, it's a bit of a grip tester, I guess, especially in the morning. But it has a very nice feel, that silicone grippy thing. It's a silicone sleeve that goes around this hot metal part, which I know they say this will be hot. This is sleek, man. I went shopping everywhere and they had these really ugly looking travel kettles, like the fold down ones, and that makes sense because, you know, if you wanted to pack it away, you want it to be really slim. But I'm like, yeah, this is pretty hefty, but this is legit. I remember James is ripped, so I'm like, I don't want to rip mine for sure. Insert a reusable or a paper filter, so you can still use paper. I mean, that's nice. I would throw some paper filters in here just in case this one fails. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory there if you know how to brew pour over. Power cables and adapter must support at least 500 watts. Okay, there you go. So we'll need to get some kind of adapter that supports 500 watts. That's important. I'll do a test with this when we're actually camping and stuff. For me to grind coffee, because see, I would still need to include this if I wanted everything to be all in one pack, and then grind my coffee and put it in here. I can push it down a little bit more, and there's that rubber thing that kind of keeps everything, like, you could put it lightly or you could squish it down, and then now it's pretty solid, you know what I mean? I could give it a shot. Definitely I'll be putting this to the test pretty soon. We're just gonna do this really quick camping trip. I'm gonna bring this out there. We're gonna shoot a bunch of content. I'm gonna try some new coffee and exciting coffee while I'm out there. I'm gonna save it for that. Yeah, I'll probably pre-grind, put it in here, and do that test, and I'll let you know what happens with that. That'll be another video. First things first, when you receive stuff like this, you always want to wash it with soap, especially just the parts where you think you're going to be drinking from and stuff like that. Just because when they're manufacturing these things, there could be manufacturing dust or little, especially if it's metal, maybe metal shavings, things like that. So let's go ahead and wash all of these and make sure that they are ready for consumption. In a couple days, like when I go on that camping trip that I told you about, we'll probably do like, I'll probably start incorporating caffeine. I have already been slowly incorporating caffeine back into my diet, mixing it with decaf, because that's what happens when you roast for yourself. You're just like, I just put it all together, you know. So far, it just looks like it's made really well, and that's great for camping, just because you're going to be kind of throwing things around, and that can happen. So I'll let you know how much this little canister holds in, top it off. I don't want to pack it too much, because when I open it, I don't want something to pop off. Of course, this always depends on how dense your coffee is, right? So the lighter, the darker that you roast coffee, the lighter it becomes. It gets more swelled, more air in that bean. So if you have a light roasted coffee, it'll probably be a little bit heavier, I guess. Okay, so we're just almost hitting 100 grams. It's 98 grams here. And this is decaf, dark roasted, so it's much lighter. Now, let me tell you how much water this can hold. 451 grams of water. So I'd say maybe 450. This is 1 tablespoon or 5 grams. They say 3 scoops of this, so we're gonna follow that. 3 scoops. Well, that's 5 grams. Well, my brew ratio is around 18, so I'm just gonna add like a little bit more. There you go. Okay, this should be lit when you press it, or else you'll be sitting there waiting for nothing. Okay, so there's that. And I'll pop this lid back on. Right over that rubber seal. I'll just probably bring this with me, because you gotta wait for your water to boil anyway. Probably brewed her about right there. So a good like 400 grams too. Yeah. Grinding away. I think I just want to use paper filters, but I want to try it first for sure. Here's the brewer. Here is the filter. Oh, it's better to shape it in the actual brewer. Cool, I never had coffee through a metal filter, so it's supposed to let through a lot more oils, which is good, because this is a darker roasted coffee where I can actually, I think, appreciate that. Okay, cool. Let's see what's up. I hear the water kettle boiling. That's good. Go in here. Okay, here's the bloom. Doesn't look the same, the bloom. I'm in the most awkward position ever that I've ever been in to do pour over. But yeah, it is a very nice pouring experience, like they say. It feels controllable, though my hands are smaller, so I do feel not completely confident that this kettle is secure in my hand. But that's okay. I just have to now work out my grip strength. The flow rate is quite fast. But I thought the grind size was pretty good. Like a medium course. Who pour over like this, like a homie? Homie G. Pour over, son. Okay. I smell kind of like how when plastic heats up. It's doing its thing. Typically you would just throw away the paper filter, and I like that better because I know what I'm gonna have to do is rinse this guy out, which, I mean, it's eco-friendly, that's good. Yeah, the brew time's a little bit slower, I'd say, in comparison. And there's some weird, like, you know, the flow, it's not the same, definitely. It's got some kind of like, it's kind of not going through smoothly. And I don't know if that's the metal filter or it could be the grind size, but that's a little weird. Yeah, the flow rate it's not steady. Which basically means things are not being extracted evenly. Especially if you see some grinds here. It's not the best pour over technique here, but you know, we're getting our flatbed of coffee here, which is the best I think we can do for the first time. You know, we got to get better at it. All right, we brewed half the volume of this cup. And this is kind of what you're left with after you dump it in your fire pit or whatever. Wow, messy. I do not think I'm going to roll with this just because it's not. We'll see what it tastes like, but rinse it out. It's quite messy, I'd say. I'm not really a fan of it. We're going to try brewing it again with paper filter. So, let's give this a shot. Oh, yeah. Mmm. Oh, it's great. No metal taste, so that's good. If you buy a cheap metal cup, you will taste it. So, whoa. So no metal taste. And if you've ever drank coffee from different cups, I don't know about you, but let me know in the comments, do you have a favorite cup? Like, do you always drink coffee from a similar sized cup? I definitely drink from like either this guy, so they're always basically lined with a very high quality stainless steel. So I may not even be able to tell, but when I drink out of, say, a latte cup, coffee is not as tasty to me. I don't know. And it's kind of like, since it's so narrow in comparison to this cup, or even my big Yeti cup, it almost focuses it more. I don't know if that's true, but if you think about a nosing glass or a Glencairn glass for whiskey, you know how it narrows and it kind of, the shape contributes to the way that you that whiskey, which I think could definitely parallel in some sort of way in coffee, since coffee has just as many or even more flavor compounds as whiskey and wine. So I'm sure the shape of the drinking vessel could affect taste for you. That's excellent. And now I'm going to drink this and put my little thing here. And now just imagine, I'm going to be sitting near the fire, having great conversation with my husband and watching our little baby Nika cry in the corner because she doesn't know what to do with herself. And I'll be drinking this delicious cup of coffee from this very cool system, Pakt. Now we're going to upgrade our mobile coffee station. We've got coffee, the cup, the kettle, the brewer, the filter. I'm going to replace, or I'm going to add just, you know, some paper filters in here. And it's all going to be in this case. And I will be eliminating my AeroPress for that matter. And the AeroPress would just be a very quick and easy way for me to have coffee at home. But I still think that's a great gift if this mobile coffee thing is too expensive. I got it on sale for $141. You could check right now if it's still on sale. And I love it. Definitely not sponsored, right? So, you know, I was really looking for a solution that would solve this problem here. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot through this sleeve. I think this is great. Let's see how much water's left in here. I'd say about 1/3 of the water is left. So you could brew yourself another cup of coffee for a friend. But if you're just rolling like this, they don't have a cup, then they gotta share with you. and that's indirectly kissing. I hope you enjoyed this review. Much more to come with me using the Pakt in real life situations, but I think we can plug it into the car. So we're gonna roll with that and just see what happens there, and what kind of adapters that I need. I'm gonna go ahead and research it now, even though I'm not using it in this video, and I'll link it in the description because I know I'm gonna need it. Hope that review was helpful. Any other things, leave them in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye.